My dear brothers and sisters, in today's first reading, taken from the letter to the Romans, chapter 7, verse 19, we find a very, very beautiful quotation. Somehow, it touches the heart and life of every person. I don't do the good which I want to do, but I do the evil which I do not want to do. So, we supposed to do the good thing which we do not do, and the evil which we do not want to do, that is the evil, we do it. And so, there are two things that come to our mind, and that is the natural tendency of human beings is to choose the easy way. So most people have the tendency to choose the easy way or choose the shortcut in life. And also, we often prefer to have a comfortable life and an easygoing life rather than a hard life or a difficult life. But Christ continues to remind us that if you really want to be my follower, and if you really choose to live as a good Christian, if you really want to experience the power of God's presence in your life, if you really want to feel that God who is within you is guiding you, then you should allow yourself to come out of the natural tendency, to come out of the easy way of living our life and choose what God is trying to tell us, what God is trying to lead us, and also to prefer the things which God would expect from each and every one of us. And so, the answer we find in chapter 8 of the letter to the Romans. And in chapter 8, verse 26 of the letter to the Romans, we find we do not know how to pray as we ought. The Spirit Himself intercedes for us. And therefore, we do realize the Spirit of God who is within us. Again, we find in the letter to the Romans, chapter 8, verse 17, where when the Spirit of God dwells within us, we are able to call God Abba, Father. We enter into a very unique and a very special relationship. And therefore, when we allow the Spirit of God to dwell within us, then there is a change and a transformation taking place within us. That change and the transformation in our life is a conscious decision to do the will of God, to follow the path the Lord is showing to us, and to choose what God is asking of us to choose, rather than doing that which is a natural tendency in us, rather than doing that which is spontaneous in us, rather than doing that which is easy or comfortable in our life. Because the Lord is asking of us to do His will rather than our own will. And that's what we find in the first reading, as I have mentioned in the beginning, in the letter to the Romans, chapter 7, verse 19, where he says, I do not do the things that I want to do, and I do the evil thing, which I do not want to do. So during the Mass today, let us pray to God that we may have the grace and the courage to do and to live the way God would ask of us to do and to live. Amen.